Hey you. Yeah, you watching the video. Drop a like right now.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Master Bauer. I'm your host. Today we're gonna be talking about a gun that honestly I didn't like that much. Like, I've tried it a bunch of times. It never really worked out that well for me. But now, after playing with it for like a day and a half straight, I found the best class for me personally, and it's just dominating scoreboards. As you can see, always on top, always taking home the W. That's what I want out of my class setup. So if that's what you also want out of your class setup, make sure you stick around for the whole video. At the end of the video, we're going to be going over all 5 attachments in depth and possibly helping you take 1 or 2 attachments out and substitute those other 2 attachments in for yourself. But I will also have my current attachments on that I have on for every single game that you guys are about to see pinned in the comments down below. That way, if you want to follow along, go ahead, feel free to follow along. Or if you're just super impatient and you just want the class and you don't want to hear me talk, some people are like that. But as you can see, right now we're on Shoot House. The main thing I love about this gun is I've built it to the point where it's basically an MP5 with a larger clip, a better reload speed without using sleight of hand, definitely, and longer range. This is basically how I've built my GRAU. And as you can see, I'm just sliding all over the place, bunny hopping, jumping all over the place, fucking doing whatever I want to do. It feels like I'm playing with a submachine gun, but I got that range though. And the reason why I didn't do well with this gun when this gun first came out, when everybody was like, oh my god, it's great, I realized for myself personally, I'm not that great at controlling recoil while maintaining my movement. My movement is like slide canceling, jumping, corners, bunny hopping, you know, sliding, hitting things really hard, being aggressive. That's my movement. So me aiming plus my movement takes up a lot of like my space in my brain. So it's hard for me to control the recoil at the exact same time as well. So I figured out that if I use attachments to help me control the recoil and I don't have to worry about that shit, it helps me perform a lot better personally. I know some people are really good at controlling recoil, so they don't need a compensator, they don't need a Ranger foregrip. They can use the Commando foregrip instead, or they can use a suppressor instead. So this is where our classes might vary, and this is what originally messed me up with the GRAU. I was using my friend Mystical ARAD24. I was using his GRAU setup because he had already dropped like 10 nukes with it. I was like, oh, this is a slapper, I gotta use this class then. But it doesn't work out for me. He's really good at controlling recoil, and he's really good at positioning himself in battles to like only take 1 or 2 people on at a time. Where me, I kind of like run in that bitch. Like I want to see 4 people on my screen, and I want to drop all 4 of them. That's kind of my style. So his class setup does not work out for me. It aims in too slow, and it doesn't control the recoil well enough. And I feel like this is where a lot of people get led astray by watching like big YouTubers or like just impressive content YouTubers. Their impressive content doesn't relay into you being able to do impressive content as well. You need to customize everything for yourself. Just because I use Michael Jackson's gloves doesn't mean I can like moonwalk across the world now. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean I can dance like a fucking champion. So I have to customize my own gloves and make it best to fit myself. And I feel like that's what I did with this class, and I feel like this class represents a lot of people in my bracket. You know what I mean? The advanced to intermediate bracket. People that play Call of Duty at least like once or twice a week, and they genuinely want to get better at the game. Like me, I genuinely want to get better at search. I want to keep playing search. I want to keep getting better at it. Like respawn for me is very easy. Very rarely will I lose. I'll lose like maybe once in 3 days of playing like 8+ hours a day. So for me, I want to start working on search. That's where I want to get better at Call of Duty. So hopefully these tips and tricks help you get better at whatever aspect you want to get better at. That's going to be the point of this channel. On a side note, I definitely love having bullet tracers on my gun. I don't know why, but I feel like it helps me be a little bit more accurate. Definitely more satisfying when you land shots on people as well. That's a no cap zone right there. It might give you like plus 1% accuracy in your head as a placebo. So definitely don't feel like you have to buy this, but if you do buy the purple tracer packs, I recommend it. I'd say it's worth the buy. I enjoy it. I always use my M4 with the pink tracer bullets on it, and I feel like it definitely helps me out. Man, these kids are just absolutely getting their shit smashed in. Oh my god, I just hip fired you all in gas. Yikes. Yikes. That's what I'm saying, man. This gun is the shit now. This might be my most used gun, man. Might have to pass up the MP5. We'll see. That's like 15k kills. That's gonna be like a whole month straight of using the GRAU. But we're almost at the class setup, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope it helps you make your own best class. Like, it's good to start from a base of something that's really good, but you're always gonna have to tweak it, like at least 1 or 2 attachments, and that's what's really gonna make it best for you personally. That's the thing I wanted to get across to people, because a lot of people, they tell me like, oh shit, I'm using Swag's class, but it's not working out. Oh shit, I'm using Korean Savage class, but it's not working out. For one, it really depends on what matchmaking you're in. If you're playing Ground War and 10v10, like, there is no skill-based matchmaking. There's no way to have skill-based matchmaking on that large of a scale. So 6v6 content is going to be a lot harder than doing it in those areas where there's no skill-based matchmaking, where there's like Timmys just walking around abundant, probably their first day on the game, or people that just play the game very leisurely. In skill-based matchmaking, people want the smoke. Like in a 6v6 match, I want you to try, you want me to try, I want to see who's better. Getting right into the class, we have the SSS 20.8 Nexus barrel. I don't like the larger Tempest 26.4 because I feel like it makes it too bulky for me personally. I like using no stock. This gives me the maximum amount of mobility, aim down sight speed, and movement speed. This is what really turns it into a submachine gun for myself. The XRK Void 2, again, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. I need this in order for me to play the way I need to play, which is aggressive, running up on people, hitting the corners, cameraing them. 50 round mag, because 30 just wasn't enough, and I feel like 60 is just too much. I feel like it weighs me down too much. It affects my mobility in a negative way, and I don't want that. It doesn't help me out in the long run. So 50 for me is just right. And then me personally, I do enjoy using the Ranger foregrip. This is going to give you the maximum amount of recoil control and aiming stability, and this helps me really hit those long shots. And I notice while I have this on, I have virtually no recoil, so I can spray it forever. As you saw from the clips, I'm constantly getting like 3 or 4 kills at a time, sometimes 5 kills at a time, without reloading and without letting up off the trigger. I'm not bursting these kids, I'm holding down the trigger. That's what helps me perform better. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, my name's Mas Devour. GG's, guys. Devour out.